Welcome back to Crazy But Not Dangerous. I'm Shorty Vaughn, and today we're going to be making macaroni salad. This is a fan favorite. All my friends like it. I get requests to bring it to every party and what have you, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. And it doesn't take long, super easy, super quick, super delicious. What more could you ask for? One of our sides is going to be macaroni salad, so I'm getting that started. I've got some elbow macaroni. I have some pickled peppers from the jar. This came from the dollar store. We're finishing this up today. I have probably used this for 3 different meals, so probably about 50 cents worth of peppers. I have some very small cut carrot. I have some celery, and I have some red onion. This is about 1/4 of a cup. This one is about 1/4 of a cup. This one is about 1/8 of a cup. And I also have some pickle relish. I'm sharing this macaroni salad with a friend who is very picky eater. So I did not put as much onion in as I would prefer, but more to suit both of us. Okay, so my water is at a pretty good boil. I have this box of small elbow macaroni. I'm going to add about half of the box to that. For us, this is plenty. If we had family coming over or a larger family, we might go ahead and use the whole box. So I'm just going to eyeball it. And that looks like plenty to me. Now I've got a slotted spoon here. Come on out. And what I'm going to do to save time, because our water is already at a boil, this saves time and energy. I'm going to place an egg on my slotted spoon, and I'm going to gently lay that on top of my elbow macaroni. And I'm going to do 4 eggs today, and these are 4 of the medium eggs that I purchased at Food City. I don't think a medium egg hurts one bit, especially for something like this. If I was baking and it called for a large egg, then I would be pretty insistent on the large egg. But for just adding them to a salad, or if you're going to make an egg sandwich or cluck in a bucket or something like that, I think that medium eggs are okay. And these were super more affordable than the large eggs, so we're going to use those. Now I'm going to let this boil for 10 minutes with the eggs in there, and then I'm going to dump them all out and let them drain. The eggs will take 10 minutes to cook. The pasta will take 10 minutes to cook. It's already back to a boil, and this way we're saving electricity. If you're worried that cooking your eggs with your pasta is dangerous, I'm not concerned about it because water boils at 212 degrees, and whatever may be on the outside of those eggs, though I did wash them, will be outside of any danger zone for salmonella or E. coli or what have you. So I think this is a pretty safe cooking, a pretty safe way to cook my pasta and my eggs together. And it does save electricity because I'm only using 1 pot of boiling water, not 2. There's plenty of water in there. This is going to get up to a good hard boil. And yep, I'd say that's a good way to do it. Okay, our pasta has drained and cooled off slightly. It's a little tiny bit clumpy, but I'm not worried about it because when we add our mayonnaise dressing, that's going to loosen everything up and make it really nice. So that's our mayonnaise, or pardon me, the pasta. I'm going to keep this spoon because we're going to need it. And then these are the 4 eggs that I boiled with the pasta. And when you boil them with the pasta, I don't know why, but they come out perfectly. It didn't take me even 1 minute to peel all 4, and they look good enough even to make deviled eggs out of them. And the centers are really rich and creamy looking, and there's not a little bit of the green that sometimes comes around the yolk. So I really like these eggs. I'm really happy with that cooking method. It's something that I've done for a long time, and I'm happy to share that with you because it works every time. Yeah, just put your eggs in with your pasta, boil for 10 minutes, and then just drain and let it sit in the sink until everything has cooled off. And I'm just going to chop these eggs up. And honestly, I'm not worried about how they're chopped. I'm not too finicky. It'll be fine, however you get there. So, just giving them a rough chop up. I love macaroni salad. If you wanted to make macaroni salad an entire meal, I would add a can of tuna or maybe canned salmon or canned chicken or some shredded chicken or whatever you might have laying around in the refrigerator you got to use up really quick. But that would make it more of a complete meal if you wanted to have a macaroni salad meal. Then you would have your protein. We're going to have plenty of veg. You'd have a starch. Sounds like a meal to me. And really quite budget friendly because most of this veg was already in my refrigerator and really needed to be used up. So, you know, you could throw everything, including the kitchen sink, in as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to add these eggs to my pasta. Those yolks will give the dressing a really nice texture. They will just add a little certain something. I also decided to put black olives in it because I had just a few hanging. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give this a good stir up. Like I said, you could add tuna, you could add chicken, you could add salmon, whatever you have in the cupboard, whatever you have in the fridge or refrigerator. Get it all stirred up. I'm going to add a few bacon crumbles because that is Andrew's favorite. And then we're going to add some spices and we're going to make the dressing. So I don't know, just a couple of ounces. It's just an accent. That's all. Just a couple of ounces. So stir that all in. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab some herbs for my macaroni salad and make the dressing. I'm going to add some dried herbs to this because this salad is going to have plenty of moisture to rehydrate those and make them really come alive. And often in the summertime, this will be pardon me, something that I make, but I won't have the fresh herbs. All I will have is the dried herbs because I live in the desert Southwest and herbs don't grow here during our summer. It's a winter crop for us. And then I've got some whole dill weed and I'm going to add a generous sprinkling of that. And then I have some smoked paprika. I like it smoked. I think it adds something, and a less generous amount of that. Now I'll just go ahead and incorporate this all up. I'm not stirring too vigorously, more of a folding motion because I still want my eggs and what have you to hold their shape, for this to have a real substance to it and be super yummy. But I find it easier to stir after each addition because once we get that mayonnaise in there, that mayonnaise dressing, it will thicken up and it might be a little bit harder for us to stir. So yeah, just a little stir in between each one. At the end, I'm going to taste for salt, pepper, additional seasonings. I'm not adding salt right now because we're going to add our mayonnaise, we're going to add some mustard, we're going to add some red wine vinegar, and then we're also going to add the secret ingredient to a macaroni salad, and that's a little bit of sugar. So let me go ahead and grab my dressing ingredients. See you in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and make our dressing. Now Now, I do make the dressing inside the bowl. For me, I found out that that is what works best. If you want to make yours separately and add it, by all means, go right on ahead. Here I have about 1 generous half tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to add that right in. And then I'm going to, this is my big spoon. And I'm probably going to go ahead and add 2 of those. Well, not the part that fell on the counter. Making a mess. All right, we've got plenty of soap. It'll be okay. And then I'm going to add 1 large spoon of sour cream. I have red wine vinegar, and I'm just going to add some. I can always add more, but it's really hard to fix it if you add too much vinegar. Okay, then I'm going to give it a stir up. I want this to be creamy. Also, I'm not making it really, really wet because the vegetables in there will go ahead and give off a little moisture as this sits. I want to make sure it's got plenty of mayonnaise though and plenty of sour cream so it has a really good rich consistency. I don't want it to be too dry. If I made this and all of the noodles for some reason, maybe they weren't cooked quite enough or what have you, sucked up all of my creamy, delicious mayonnaise and sour cream and it looked a little bit dry, I might add a splash of milk. I might go ahead and add a little bit more mayonnaise. Oh, I think I forgot the mustard. Let's get some mustard on here too. That is certainly optional. If you are not a fan of the mustard in your macaroni salad, don't worry about it. Add what you like. If you have a dressing that you like, by all means use it. This is just mine. I want to give this a little taste. It definitely needs more mayonnaise. I'm going to add 1 more to it. And I'm going to add just a squirt. Maybe that's a teaspoon of mustard. It just needs a little something. But it certainly does not need any more red wine vinegar. So that we can just set aside. Give it a good stir up. Let's try another. Okay, that's pretty darn delicious. I'm going to give it a little bit of the salt. And a pretty good amount of the pepper. And I think you could also use maybe just a little bit more on the sugar too. So I'm going to say go ahead and use 1 full tablespoon of the sugar. It's not something that I've ever really measured before. I just make macaroni salad. I just make potato salad. And just keep tasting until it's to my desired taste. But everybody's different. Everybody likes different things. You might like this a little bit more sweet. You might like it less sweet. You might prefer no sugar. You could certainly use Splenda or whatever sugar substitute you've got going on in your life. But it definitely has enough mayonnaise, and it definitely has enough sour cream. So, one more taste. And this is dangerous because honestly, macaroni salad is one of my favorite things, and I could just sit here and taste and taste and taste and keep going with the seasonings and the spices until there's not enough left to season and spice. But perfect. Perfect. Not another thing. Not one more thing. Okay, so this is how it looks. We've got our bacon, we've got our celery, we've got our carrots, we've got our pickled peppers, we have relish, eggs, and a little bit of bacon just for that. Bacon is, everything's better with bacon. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be splitting this with a friend. So I'm going to go ahead and dish up ours for the refrigerator for the week. And then I will go ahead and dish up theirs for delivery.